Hello everyone. My name is Nita and welcome to our podcast. Today, I'm here with my partner Rachana.
Hi everyone, we are excited to be here. I am Rachna, and for this podcast, we chose the main theme, which is risk, and focusing on sub-theme managing risk.
So our topic today is taking risks as university student. Is it worth or not? So if we are university student, we face risk every day, even academically, personally, and socially. And sometimes we don't even realizing it.
Well, in this podcast, we will talk about what risk means in student life, different types of risk, and how students can manage risk wisely, and also like how they learn from their mistake.
So let's start with a simple question. I will ask you, what does risk mean to you as university students?
Well, thank you for this question. From my perspective, risk can be, for me, risk means doing something that, even though when I feel unsure or when I afraid of failing, in student life, risk can be speaking up in the class, trying something new, or even making decisions that affect our future.
Yes, I agree with your opinion. And for me, risk doesn't always mean something that dangerous, but it means that you just stepping out of your comfort zones.
Yeah.
For example, you trying new things and you express your opinion to
Even
other
other.
people. It can be feel risky as well.
Yeah, exactly. And even though risks can be scary, they often help us grow. And furthermore, without taking risks, we might miss many learning opportunities.
Yes, and in fact, only after taking risks do many students realize their true ability and their potentials.
That's it.
So now let's talk about academic risk. And one common example is giving presentations. Many students often avoid taking risks. As a result, they may miss valuable learning opportunity in front of the class. So what do you think?
Well, yeah, that's true. Another big academic risk is speaking English. As you know, especially for those for the students who are not native in speaking English, and also students who are come from the province, they might feel afraid or really shy to speak English in front of other classmates who are living in the city. And also, we worry about making some mistake like grammatical error, yep. And also sometimes they are afraid of being judged.
That's true. I've also experienced that. At first, I was worried about to speak English during group discussion or even answer the question in the class. And because I worried about my grammar and even my pronunciations.
Yeah, same here. But when I try to participate more in class activity like doing presentation, impromptu speech, I feel like I realize that making mistake is a part of learning opportunity. Like it's a part of learning process. And also I have known that teacher and our classmates are really supportive, so we don't have to think a lot. How about you?
So even academic risks feel dangerous to us, but it helps us improve our skills like communication skills, confidence, and critical thinking. So for a student to avoid all risk, university life would become a missed opportunity for growth.
Yeah. And now let's move on to social and personal risk. This include making new friends, joining club activities, or participating in university activities.
Yeah, of course. And for example, joining a student club can be risky because we are afraid or shy and worried that we cannot fit to
The other group, right?
to the member in that group.
Yeah. Sometimes it's hard to adapt. As I remember, at our school, there are some certain clubs such as debate clubs, art club, and also LSU, Learning Support Unit, which some students might feel afraid because they don't really like they don't dare to um involve themselves in all this club. But at the same time, taking risks can help us build friendships, leadership skill, meeting new people, and also build social confidence.
Yes, like I remember when we have a debate activity in our
I
class.
remember.
For me, at first, I feel very nervous that I have to express my ideas, and I afraid that I'm doing something wrong. But later on, I feel proud that I can be a part of that activity because I can learn new things from group member, also other group that when they deliver their opinion.
Yeah.
Yes, and also I can express an opinion too.
Yeah, that's so great to feel this way. So yeah, that show that um taking social risk can lead to positive experiences. As my experience, like even though it can be uncomfortable from the beginning,
Yeah.
like back then when I participated in LSU learning support unit, I feel like so scared and feel like I don't really like, as you know, I don't really like teaching, but when it comes to LSU, we, need to mentor our mentee. And sometimes I think that I am an extrovert sometimes, but at other time, I don't really like to communicate with people. However, even though it might feel uncomfortable in the beginning, it can make me grow. Nowadays, I can do it. Yes. And it's probably true that student can benefit from taking risks in the academic life.
So now let's move on to our important points in this podcast. Like Janelle, I want to ask you, how can students manage risk wisely?
Well, thank you for your question again. I think that this is not the easy thing for university students to do. However, we still have solution. But first, students should think deeply before taking risks. Well, it's probably true that risks become less stressful when students understand the possible outcomes, both positive and negative. How about you?
Yeah, I want to add on your point.
Yeah.
At first, we should start doing from small things. For example, instead of giving a long presentations, you can start by answering a question in the class so that had student avoid mistake completely so they would not have gained real experience.
Yeah, that's great. I agree with your opinion. And also learning from mistakes is very important. Failure doesn't mean it is the end. It means we gain another experience, like another level is unlocked.
Yeah, and finally, we can asking for help from someone, especially from our friends, teachers, or seniors in at the school.
Yeah.
So it can make risky situations easier to handle.
Well, that has come to an end for our podcast today. And to sum up, taking risks as a university student can be scary, but it often worth it.
Yes, even academic, social, and personal risks can help us grow and become more confident and prepare for real life challenges.
Yep, and the key is that not to avoid risk, but to manage them wisely and learn from our experience and also mistakes as well. And what helps students grow during their university life is taking risk.
So thank you everyone for listening to our podcast and hope you can learn new things from our podcast and understand.
Yeah, and we also hope that we can motivate you all to take risks a little bit in order to improve your life, as we mentioned earlier.
So
Come to an end, right?
yes. Goodbye.
Thank you. Goodbye, everyone.